Hi, this is Dr. Bob, and this is the Master Pattern Report for Monday, September 15th, 2008. I thought since we're getting a lot of viewers who are not totally familiar with the concept and the program, what I would do is I would respond to several emails which may answer some of the questions that a number of you have. Um, the first one is from Thomas, and Thomas says, in effect, love your work, but do we need to hear the gloom and doom? Tom, forewarned is forearmed. So, no, you don't need to hear it. Just tune off and tune out if that's what you wish. This one is from Bill. You must be reading the stars. This is incredible. Actually, Bill, we're reading the geometry of the universe. So that's exactly what the master pattern is. And as we go on, we'll be explaining more and more. We're doing lectures and seminars, and of course, I have three books relative that are somewhat related to the concept that are out. So, yeah, so you could say that we're sort of reading the stars. This one is from Maddie. Dr. Bob, your call for oil's top at $147 in June when Goldman Sachs said it was going to 200 was great. But your prediction that oil would reverse to $80 looks like an even more incredible call. Thanks, Maddie. And yes, we do believe that sometime before the end of the year, we will be seeing it at or near the $80 level. Let's see. Next is from Ted. If you're so smart, why ain't you rich? Teddy, who says I'm not? William, can you tell my broker how to invest my money? Um, no, William, I wouldn't do that for several reasons. And one of them being that we could tell what's going to happen, but we can't tell you as to how it's going to happen. I'm going to do a report strictly on the art of prediction, the science of prediction, relative to knowing the future, but not knowing how it's going to develop. And I think you're going to find it quite fascinating because in that you will hear stories of knowing exactly what was going to happen on a particular day and losing money more than once. Uh, Therefore, the knowing the future is not necessarily what it's cranked up to be. Okay, and I think that's enough for that. Uh, as you are all probably well aware of what's going on today in the market with Merrill being bought out and AIG in big trouble and Lehman Brothers in going into bankruptcy. This is the beginning of the historic days that we've been talking about for well over a year, and the coming crash of 2010 2011. Um, Make no mistake about it. This is not a typical market cycle here. We're in big trouble, and we have ourselves to thank for it through the auspices of our government and our industries. What's occurring now, for instance, with these companies folding, is a deflationary situation. Um, what that means is that we're going to see some heavy inflationary moves by the Fed, by the government, to prop up these deflationary moves, um, or occurrences, rather. Um, and I think that what will occur with these inflationary moves will develop probably sometime around mid 2009. It will be developing and occurring. You'll see signs of it, but you will really see it occurring towards the middle third quarter of next year, to the point where people will then become bothersome. I think that at first it's going to be good news. There will be rescuing and things of this sort. We'll stabilize the market. The market will increase. We'll go back up, but it'll be a false run. Okay, so again, gloom and doom, but word to the wise. The true answer here is that government needs to become more honest. For instance, the SEC and the Treasury and these other agencies. We don't agree with gross national product. It means we're not in a recession. Are you kidding? Just ask any housewife, for God's sake. I mean, we have all sorts of troubles. People can't even pay their gas bills, for God's sake. Wait till the heating bills start coming in. And even though oil may be going down, the price of heating oil and price of gasoline is not dropping commensurately. So, in that respect, yes, we're in a recession. Equity is being dissipated like crazy with the housing crisis. People's HELO loans, the home equity loans, are being discontinued. There's all sorts of trouble there because there is no more equity in many of these residences. And insofar as the corporation is concerned, I think enough is enough. We've had so much avarice and greed by these investment banking houses and brokerage houses. It's sickening. No concerns for nationalism, for the spirit of capitalism. I mean, this is out and out rape. The way some of these companies have been going after these marketplaces. We need to put back different types of restrictions that we had, such as the uptick move, the pit bosses instead of the corporate, computer systems that are tracking the marketplaces. We need to put the pit bosses back in control here, so that we have a hands-on of what's going on, and people aren't going absolutely crazy. And the SEC needs to step in and do something relative to this these totally unethical and improper speculation programs. These computerized programs. And we also need this ICE market needs to either be eliminated or controlled. That's the international market that's totally unregulated between a number of major corporations and oil that are really riding the commodities up and down the flagpole. I think with all of this that's going on, our predictive model is showing at least one major banking failure within the next 9 months. I'm talking about a big one, a biggie, as well as a number of municipal failures and county failures in different parts of the country because of the inflationary costs and the lack of tax dollars available to pay for burgeoning government. So these are things that we're going to be looking forward to. At the end of all this, of course, our prediction is that you can expect a new world to be emerging. But right now, with the response that Americans are generating, it may not be a first-class world that we're accustomed to. America may end up, unfortunately, heading to be a second world economy. Sorry. We'll have another report for you this week, though, because there's a lot of stuff going on. Have a good day.